Today I'm doing some new TNT cannon design. New to me, at least. I mean, after the last cannon fiasco where I tried to line up 100 of them or something and it kept blowing up in my face, anything that's half functional today is going to be pretty good. So the reason I was excited to build this cannon first is because I've never gotten a cannon powered by dispensers to work. Whenever I tried that, I either had everything blow up or I couldn't power up all the dispensers correctly. So in order to avoid disappointment and embarrassment, I started with something simple. 2 rows of dispensers powered by repeaters, and that's the end of the story. And since the first row of dispensers is submerged underwater, this cannon already has a power advantage over a regular TNT cannon. In my own opinion, and I only say this in comparison to my other cannons, this one is powerful and precise. It's semi-automatic and it's really fun to play with. Now let's look at the next cannon. Be honest with me. Have you never dreamed of waking up in the morning and standing at the very top of your Minecraft TNT cannon and sliding down the water column? I'm pretty sure you have. So it's time to celebrate because this cannon lets you do exactly that. The reason I decided to do this cannon is because I've been building cannons that were horizontal my whole life, or at least the entire time I've been playing Minecraft. This was basically my thought. What if I can have gravity help with the force of the cannon to add power to it? I tried my luck with magma blocks and a vertical column of water, but that didn't really help out. The TNT was getting stuck at the very bottom and I had a hard time pushing it forward. So my next thought was to build stairs and have the water flow down. We all know that when we have this kind of structure, the water will flow down indefinitely. So that's when I had light bulbs light in my head. I thought, what if I can build a cannon that can be made more powerful simply by making it taller and taller? I think the idea produced something interesting. It didn't work as I hoped it would, but it paved the road for my next idea. So let's see how this one works first and what exactly is wrong with it before we move on to the better one. The first challenge I ran into here was that we needed 2 layers of blocks surrounding the water. This ensures that the TNT is submerged at all times after it's been activated. I had a couple of incidents when the TNT would slide over this step, be outside while it explodes and destroys the entire circuit. The second challenge is that the blocks just took too long of a time to slide down. By the time the explosion happened, most of them hadn't even made it halfway. I tried tweaking the repeaters and delaying the explosions, but no matter what I did, the cannon remained inefficient. I was still very thrilled and baffled by the fact that it worked though, so I looked at it a bit closer and decided to come up with a better design. This next cannon is essentially the same as last one, only the design is much more improved. By a process of trial and error, I found the best length for the cannon to allow for the most powerful explosion. At least that's what I think. We ended up with a shorter vertical distance and a slightly longer barrel at the bottom. The shorter distance means that the TNT can now make it all the way down, and the longer barrel gives the TNT some forward motion before it explodes. Making this cannon more compact ended up giving it a lot more power and accuracy. The first one simply wasted a lot of energy having the TNT explode before making it where it needs to be. And now we're going to look at the final cannon. Now in order to explain why I have this cannon sitting next to those other TNT cannons, I have to run you through my train of thought. See, I'd mentioned earlier that after building the flat cannon, I tried to think of ways to involve gravity in the process. The third cannon kind of proved successful in using gravity and pushing the TNT forward. I'm not sure if it's more powerful than a flat cannon, but at least it competes and it shoots the TNT properly. So after I was done with that and I had lost hope in using a magma block to draw TNT down and use that for power, I decided to try soul sand and pushing things up in water for power. I tried a very simple concept and it worked very nicely, and I'm pretty sure that I can expand this idea in the future to build all sorts of cool stuff. I'm also pretty sure that a lot of people have already figured this out. But it was really exciting for me when it actually worked, and it was pretty quick. It's also the first time I've timed a piston in a way that shoots something so consistently every single time. I'm pretty happy about this cannon, and honestly I kept pressing the button. It's one of those things that I sometimes I build something and I want to just keep playing with it. This cannon was one of those things, and if you want to have the same type of fun, go ahead and build one because it took a couple of minutes and you can literally see everything right here. The only thing you don't see is a block of soul sand right under the water. Alright, so building all these cannons was really fun. I think that I'm gonna make this kind of a thing, and I'll revisit this topic every now and then and try to build better and more powerful cannons. I mean, I've seen some crazy things out there, and my hope is to at least be able to build some comparable things. With that, I think I've showed you everything that I wanted to show you about these cannons today. As usual, I really hope that you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please hit the subscribe button below and maybe hit the bell to hear about my next video when it comes out. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.